All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my beautiful people. Thank you guys for tuning back in. Today's a special day due to the fact that I was actually able to get something that I missed out on about a year ago. A year ago, almost to the day, Tyler the Creator dropped his most successful work, which was Chromacopia, and he later then dropped Don't Tap the Glass, but that's a video for a different day. Today, I want to talk about the fact that I was unlucky to get the first 100,000 vinyl released back in 2024. However, he just released the Chromacopia 1 year anniversary on his website, and he dropped it for like, I think, half of what I was gonna pay. And thankfully, it's super well packaged due to the fact that sadly, there's no like way that you guys could feel, but on the inside of the vinyl, there's multiple layers. I haven't unpacked it yet, and on the mask itself, it's embossed, meaning that like you can actually feel the mask on the vinyl as long as you like rub your fingers on it, kind of tough. And the back of it, the Chromacopia, is also engraved, or not engraved, but embossed as well, so you could feel the texture of it. I think that's super cool because a lot of the vinyls that you see nowadays, they aren't reflective of like that little details, and I think Tyler's well known for doing that. And this is going to be just like a little statistical thing, but I think it's so cool because he sold 299,500 equivalent album units in 4 days. This dude is crazy because I don't know if you guys remember. Let me jog you guys back. But back in 2024, he was planning on releasing this on a Monday. Typically, artists drop on Fridays, but due to that, he only had 4 days of counting the albums, and it was still his most successful drop. And I think he dropped in the morning, which is crazy because most of the time people drop at midnight on Fridays. And I think it's important because it's a shift in the paradigm that you usually see. Paradigm meaning that it's like the same type of thing that you're constantly getting fed. And I think he went against the grain, and due to that fact, he was able to do a little better than what was expected. And I think it's awesome because he was able to earn his platinum certification just recently, which is 1 million units sold worldwide. And I think that's so cool because he did it worldwide and he did it in the US, and I think that's so cool. On top of that, I do think that the drop in October, like I mentioned, it was about a year ago, in 2024, was influential due to the fact that there was no um expectance of what Tyler was to do next, but this album specifically catered to like a different portion of his life. And with Tyler, you really don't know what to expect. And I'm not one to say that I know what to expect, but I do really like the introspectiveness that he has on most of the albums that we've seen. I do appreciate that he's tapping into different facets of his life, and he's able to incorporate it in a way that not only sounds sonically good, but you're able to digest it and dissect it in a way that maybe he wasn't even able to think that he was able to do. And it's until you push yourself and somebody does it that you're able to bask in the glory of it. And I think it's awesome. There was such great songs on it, and I think on top of it, the fact that he has Chroma, which is the character that you see with the mask, I think it was perfect due to the fact that songs with like Daniel Caesar and stuff, or solo contributions, or even when he had a sticky with Sexy Red, I think like standout tracks where you're able to notice his energy that he's trying to get into this body of work is awesome because he's able to provide a, I don't like I mentioned earlier, like introspectiveness that we weren't able to really grasp. One of my favorites that he's ever produced was Flower Boy, and I think in that one he was able to dig deeper into a different facet of his life because that was like who he was back in the day. And this one being a newer one, I think he didn't even think he wanted to drop it, and he just finished the tour and he said that had he not dropped this body of work, which he had questioned, he wouldn't have enjoyed touring and doing all that stuff. And he even wanted to send off the Chromacopia tour like with a big bang, and he didn't want to tour no more. So I think it's so cool. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time, but I just want you guys to appreciate the artists that we have now. I know that there's a lot of like criticism of what they could have done or what they will do, but I think like we got to give them their flowers while they're here. And honestly, this is honestly one of the great works that he's done. Although it might not be everybody's cup of tea, it is definitely something that people should look into because this is his 8th body of work, and I know there's like some controversy to Tyler the Creator himself, but I personally think I'm able to separate the art between the artist, and I think him as an artist, he's perfect when it comes to the curation of what he wants it to sound like. Kind of like Pharrell, where his inspirations draw from that, kind of like from Kanye. And I think it's so cool because you're able to see the future of what music will sound, and I'm so excited to see what we're going to get next. I just ordered the Don't Tap the Glass vinyl, so that's a little sneak peek on what's to come. That's the one following this one. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and love you guys. Take care. Deuces.